My dear friends, thank you for joining me today. It warms my heart to see so many souls gathered here, seeking light in times of darkness, seeking peace in the midst of pain, and searching for truth through the experience of grief. Your presence is already a beautiful step toward healing. You are not alone. And though the burden you carry may feel unbearable, together, with compassion and wisdom, we can learn to walk gently with grief, not to erase it, but to embrace it as part of our human experience. Today, I want to speak with you heart to heart, not as a teacher above you, but as a fellow traveler on this path. We are all subject to the nature of impermanence. Everything that is born must one day pass away. All that arises must also cease. This is not a curse, my friends. It is the great truth of existence. When we lose someone dear to us, a parent, a partner, a child, a friend, it feels as though a part of our heart has been taken. The ache, the emptiness, the confusion, all of it can feel too heavy to hold. But in Buddhism, we do not run from this pain. We do not deny it, nor do we drown in it. Instead, we learn to hold it in the gentle cradle of mindfulness. Let me tell you a story, not from a holy book, but from the life of the Buddha himself. There was once a young woman named Kisa Gotami. She had a beautiful baby boy whom she loved more than anything in this world. One day, he fell ill and died suddenly. Her heart shattered. Refusing to believe he was gone, she wandered from house to house, begging for medicine to bring her child back to life. People thought she had lost her mind, and in a way, she had. Grief clouded her understanding of reality. Eventually, someone told her, "Go to the Buddha. He may help you." And so she did. The Buddha looked upon her with great compassion. He told her, "Yes, I can help you. But first, you must bring me a handful of mustard seeds from a household that has not known death." Relieved, she set out at once. But as she went door to door, asking for mustard seeds, she asked also, "Has anyone here not lost a loved one?" Every home had known grief. Every heart had felt sorrow. Slowly, she realized that death had touched every life. Her pain was not unique. Her suffering was not a punishment. It was part of the human condition. She returned to the Buddha, her mind no longer clinging to illusions. She buried her child and entered the path of awakening. This story teaches us something profound. Grief isolates us because we believe it has singled us out. But when we see clearly, we realize that grief is not a personal curse. It is a universal experience. To live is to love, and to love is to one day say goodbye. So what can we do with this grief? How can we bear the unbearable? First, we must learn to sit with it. Not to run, not to fix, but simply to be present with what is. In meditation, we turn toward the pain. We observe the tightening of the chest, the trembling of the breath, the tears that may come. We do not judge them. We do not resist. We allow them with the same tenderness we would offer to a crying child. Grief, like all emotions, rises and falls. It is not permanent. It moves like a wave, sometimes crashing, sometimes receding. When we sit mindfully, we become the shore. The waves may break upon us, but we remain grounded, steady, present. In my own years as a monk, I have seen many come to the temple with heavy hearts. I remember an elderly man who came to me after losing his wife of 50 years. He told me, "I feel like half of me is missing." I sat with him quietly, and after some time I said, "Perhaps that is because she became a part of you." He nodded, and tears rolled down his cheeks. Over time, through meditation, chanting, and silent walks, he began to feel her presence not as a loss, but as a continuation within his heart. You see, Buddhism teaches us that nothing is truly lost, only transformed. A leaf falls from the tree. It decays and nourishes the soil. That soil feeds the roots. A new bud blossoms. Life continues, always changing, always becoming. Your loved ones are not gone. They are in your breath, your memories, your kindness, your courage. When you offer love to the world, they live through you. Now, let us speak of attachment, not as blame, but as understanding. It is natural to cling to those we love. But the Buddha taught that attachment brings suffering because all things are impermanent. When we cling to what cannot stay, we create pain. But when we learn to love fully without clinging, we set both ourselves and our loved ones free. Let me tell you another story. A disciple once asked the Buddha, "Master, how should we love?" And the Buddha replied, "Like a mother loves her child, with boundless compassion, yet without possessiveness, knowing that all beings must follow their own path." This does not mean we stop feeling. It means we feel more wisely, more deeply, more compassionately. When you miss someone, let yourself miss them. Cry if you need to. Sing their favorite song. Cook their favorite meal. Write them a letter. Sit in silence and feel their presence. But also, my dear friends, return to your breath. The breath is your anchor. It reminds you that you are alive, that you still have this moment, this body, this chance to live meaningfully. Do not rush your grief. There is no timetable. Some wounds heal slowly, some never fully close, and that is okay. Healing is not about forgetting. It is about learning to live with love and loss side by side, without being torn apart. And let me remind you, the Buddha did not promise a life without sorrow, but he did show us how to be free within the sorrow. Freedom does not mean the absence of pain. It means no longer being enslaved by it. Grief, too, can be our teacher. It can open our hearts. It can humble our egos. It can make us more compassionate toward the suffering of others. I once met a woman who lost her child in a car accident. She was silent for many years. When she began to speak again, she started volunteering at a children's hospice. She said, "To me, I could not bring my child back, but I can be there for other mothers." Her grief became her offering. Her pain became her path. This is the beauty of the Dharma. It transforms suffering into compassion, darkness into wisdom. So how can you begin this journey? Sit quietly each day. Even just for 5 minutes, focus on your breath. When sorrow arises, name it gently. This is grief. This is longing. This is love. Breathe with it. Watch it. Hold it with kindness. Speak to your loved ones, even if they are no longer here. Light a candle. Offer them your peace. Dedicate your good actions to their memory. And most importantly, be gentle with yourself. You are doing your best. You are walking through fire with a tender heart. That is noble. That is beautiful. If you are listening to this now, please know that you are already healing. Just by showing up, just by seeking, just by listening, you are watering the seeds of peace. May you find solace in silence. May you find strength in softness. May your grief be met with great compassion. And when the time is right, may you share your story with others, just as I have shared these stories with you. Let us walk this path together, hand in hand, breath by breath. Before I end, I invite you to take one deep breath with me now, and gently exhale. Feel the life that remains in you. Feel the love that still surrounds you. Feel the peace that waits patiently within. And if this message has brought you even a moment of calm, I kindly ask you to support this journey by subscribing to this channel, Buddha's Wisdom. Together, let us continue sharing the light of mindfulness, the teachings of compassion, and the timeless wisdom of the Buddha to all who seek healing. May you be well. May you be at peace. May you be free. Thank you for being here.